So for all you students out there who are studying anatomy at the moment, or the therapists, or the physios, osteos, chiropractors, musculoskeletal therapists, this might help you understand basic muscular anatomy. So the language of the body has been defined in anatomy by the ancient Greeks and the Romans. So basically every culture who's ever studied anatomy decides to name anatomy after things it looks like in their world, in their culture at that time. Okay? Now, it's worth probably getting hold of a Latin dictionary or an ancient Greek dictionary to look up those words to understand what the words mean. But a lot of muscles are named after their shape, or what they thought the shape looked like in their culture, like deltoid or delta inverted triangle. Their position on the skeleton, so you need to understand the skeleton and the names of the bones on the skeleton, and also the action of the muscle. Okay, so if we're going to talk directly about muscles, let's talk about this muscle here. Okay, what's this? And I hear you shout biceps. Biceps! And it is biceps. And that word, if we split that word up, biceps, bi means two, and ceps, if you're a foodie, you'll know that that is the head of a mushroom, okay, or head, yeah? Or cep in French is head. French is Latin language, base. So biceps, two-headed muscle, okay, and that is biceps. You're right, it is. However, in the body, handily, the names of the muscles allow us to work out what other muscles there are in the body as well. Now, there are two biceps in the body, at least, okay? So, and yes, I hear you say, yeah, there's one there and there's one there, but haha, there is, but there's also two muscles named with the start of their name being biceps. One of them is biceps brachii, okay? Now, brachii in Latin means arm, okay? So it's the biceps of the arm, all right? In Welsh, Brachi means arm as well, okay? But Welsh and Latin, both very, very old languages, so there's a crossover there, but that's just for those Welshers out there, okay? So biceps brachii, biceps two-headed muscle, that's what it looks like, and it is indeed a two-headed muscle, and brachii to do with the arm. The other biceps, by the way, is biceps femoris on the lateral side of the thigh here, yeah? So biceps brachii, biceps femoris, okay? So the other shapes, can you think of some shapes? Yeah, so we talked about deltoid. There's also a muscle that we see quite a lot of in the gym, that people try and train quite a lot of, which looks a little bit on the back, like a kite shape. Okay, and that kite shape in mathematics is called a trapezoid shape, and the muscle that we're talking about is the trapezium, yeah? Okay, so it's named after shape. So deltoid, inverted triangle, which is your delts on your around your GHJ, around your shoulder. Trapezium on the back. There's also the piriformis, and piriformis means pear-shaped. Okay, and indeed it is a pear-shaped muscle. It's not exactly like a pear, but it is pear-shaped. Okay, so the other thing, if we talk about biceps brachii, that's the position it is on the arm as well. Biceps femoris is on the femur. Femoris, femur, okay? So the position it is on the body. The more you learn about the bones, and I'll talk about that in the next video, the names of the bones, then you can understand where those muscles are in relation. And the action, okay? So there's an extensor carpi radialis, longus in fact. Extensor carpi radialis longus, which extends the wrist. Yeah, it goes over the carpals, radialis over the radius, yeah, and it's a long one. Now, if we know it's a long one, there's a longus. If it was just one muscle and it was called extensor carpi radialis, then that would just be one muscle, and we'd know that. But actually, extensor carpi radialis longus tells us that there's an extensor carpi radialis brevis as well. Indeed, the same thing with pectoralis, your pecs, yeah? There is a pectoralis major, therefore there is a pectoralis minor. All right, so just a few little tips to help you on your way with studying anatomy, and we'll do a bone one next.